Hi guys, it's Jessie, and today I'm going to do a little bit different video than I guess I've ever done before. I've never done, my foundation routine or ever showed you, what my face looks like without makeup on it. And I think those of you that, also have acne and acne scarring, it's not real easy to show people, what your skin actually looks like. So I decided that, for my, I guess you could say, New Year's resolution, I'm going to kind of try to step outside my comfort zone a little bit. And I thought, one way to do that would be to, show you what my skin looks like and show you, what products I use to actually cover them. And everything that I'm going to be using in this video is from the drugstore, and it's all affordable. So, if you want to see how that I do cover my acne and my acne scarring, then just keep watching. Okay, so this is what I look like with no makeup on. Yeah, the only thing I've done is I've put on my moisturizer and a little bit of lip balm. That's it. So I know you can go ahead and, scream if you want to. I know. I've got acne scarring, acne breakouts, dark circles, just like, I don't think I'm the only one without perfect skin, but I really wanted to show you, how I cover mine up. So I'm putting my bangs back out of the way. See, I don't get these all goopy, I guess you'd say. I'm sure that looks real cute. But anyway, I got my little makeup bag here with all my stuff in it. I guess I already got this out, but anyway, I didn't. So the first thing I'm going to use is my primer, and the best one that I've used from the drugstore would be, there, I got it all empty now. The best one that I've used is the Sheer Envy Hard Candy Face Primer, and I don't know if this is a silicone. It feels like a silicone-based primer, so if you don't like a silicone-based primer, don't get this one, or if you have a reaction to it. You want to make sure that you shake this one really good, because otherwise it comes out gross. But it's just like that. So I'm just going to rub my little fingers together and rub that all over. And this one does help make your makeup go on smooth and fill in, pores and things like that. So let me just get that rubbed in good. Put on my little forehead. And I'm sorry if I'm not looking at the camera. I can't put my makeup on without looking. Otherwise, yeah, it'd be kind of scary. So I'm going to put under my eyes. Really good. Make sure I get it all over. So I got my primer on. The next thing I'm going to use is a concealer for under my eyes, because yes, I've got the dark circles. Anyway, this is the one I'm going to be using, and it's the Neutrogena, the 3-in-1 concealer for eyes, like this. And this one is in medium, yeah, medium. And this one's got kind of that, peachy undertone that you want to counteract your dark circles. So I'm just going to take a little bit on my finger, and I'm just going to start dabbing it underneath my eye. And I hope that my lighting is okay so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm putting it under this eye. I'm bringing it down just a little bit. And this stuff, the reason why I like it so well is it just glides on so easy. So hopefully you can see a difference with that. Like I said, I don't know about my lighting. Okay, now I go on to foundation. And the one I'm using is the Revlon Colorstay. And my color is in 150 Buff. Shake it up good. And this one is in the combination, the oily skin one. Okay. And the first brush I use two different brushes on my face. And this one is the e.l.f. Angled Contour Brush. I'm trying to say this right. And I use this like down my nose and under my eyes and like below my nose and stuff, where the areas are just a little bit smaller. So I'm going to start stippling it on my nose. Around there. I really like how I can blend with this a little bit easier. With a bigger brush, I kind of get the lines. So keep it going all the way around. You probably hear my clock ticking. It is ticking loud today for some reason. Batteries are probably about ready to croak in it or something. But then I go under my eyes with it and just keep stippling it. And go up here in the corner. Bring it over my eyelid because my eyelids are really dark. And they have been since I'm little, so I can't blame that on being tired. So I got that side done. Now I'll work on the other side. Under there. Just keep patting it in. On my eyelid. Good, I'm blended in there. And then I go through here and blend around my eyebrows. Like that. And hopefully you can already see how much is just evened out that. So then I go on above my lip where it's kind of tight. I'm not saying you have to use a little brush like this. It just works easier for me to blend. Okay, so I've got that. Now I'm going to use a different brush. Where did I put it? Here it is. And this one is the e.l.f. powder brush, which is just a flat top brush. I'm going to dip it in my foundation. And where I've got my acne scarring is like where I start, so I get the heaviest amount of product there. And then start blending it back like on my ears and down. Do a little bit more product. And this foundation covers well. You can see that big red spot that I've got on my chin. And my chin is always red. No matter what time of year it is, anything, it's always red. So blend that down. And I blend mine down on my neck. So I've got that. And start on the other side. Sorry if I'm making any weird face. I'm doing this. I'll just start blending it under there and out. Just a little bit back there. Okay, now I go into my forehead. And my forehead's pretty broken out right now, I think due to holiday stress, I guess. Just kind of buff it in around my eyebrows. And buff it back into my hair. I hope that I'm staying on camera. I'm just going to buff that in. Make sure I get it good and blended. Okay. Alright, so that's it for foundation. And you can probably tell that, I mean, the reason why I like this foundation is it just evens out my skin tone really well. So I kind of have, you know, I guess, a blank canvas to work with, I guess if you would say. Ooh, the bangs look nice. Anyway, okay, now on to my concealer. And I go ahead and I start under my eyes. And the next one I use, just because I've got, you know, I'm tired, I've got bags, you know, and dark circles under my eyes. And I'm a mom, I can't help it. Anyway, this is what I use, is the Dream Mousse Concealer. And this one doesn't seem like it dries my under eyes out like some concealers do. So I just take a little brush, and this one's just an Eco Tools brush. Just kind of a fluffy brush. And I just start stippling it underneath there. Just to cover, you know, what I want. And then I kind of bring it down just a little bit. Kind of through there. So I keep stippling. And I get really good like right in the corner because I have a that's really dark for me. So I just keep stippling it around. And then the same on the other eye. Just get a good blender. Just a little bit, kind of like in that triangle deal. Okay, so hopefully you can see, you know, what I'm seeing, and it's helped counteract that a lot. Okay, so the next thing I do is I cover my, you know, any existing acne or like my scarring on my cheek. So this is what I use to do this. And this is the Hard Candy Glamoflauge Heavy Duty Concealer. And let me find my brush. Guess I'll use this one. This is just like a Sigma 217. It's right there. So this is the brush I'm going to be using. So I just put a little bit on my hands. And this stuff you do not need a whole lot of. So I just take my little fluffy brush and I just like dab just a little bit in there. And then I start working it on whatever problem areas I've got. You just want to make sure that you buff the edges out really well. Okay, got that one. And I got my little spots over here. My lighting is not the greatest on this side of my face. I put a little bit there. Really buff it out on the edges. I got a little spot there. And the reason why I kind of like the fluffier brushes is just to buff out the edges. So there's that. And I got a few more little spots up here. Buff it around. There's that. I got one more little lip guy up here in my hairline. There's that one. Can easily blend it just a little bit. And I'm not using a whole lot of pressure when I blend these either. So you just kind of dab it on, have it on there real good, and then blend around it. Don't go on top of the actual blemish again. So there's that. So I think I've got my acne covered up pretty good. My concealer, or my foundation actually covered up quite a bit of my acne scarring. There's that. Okay, I think I pretty much got everything pretty much evened out. Okay, so now on to powder. And to powder, this is a powder that I love. I've purchased, I don't know how many of these. Get that off my hand. This is the Revlon, the Colorstay powder, and mine is in light, but it looks like this. And yeah, I've hit pan on him, so you can tell I like this product. But anyway, let me find my little brush. I use the Deluxe Crease Brush, which is just a fluffy brush for right under my eyes. And I just kind of start patting it in there. Just like that. And the same on the other side. Okay, and then I used a powder puff for the rest of my face. And this one's just an eyes, lips, face one. But I just use that and I just kind of rub it in that powder and then just start gently patting it on my face. Because even though it is winter time and it is super dry here, I still get oily right on my nose, my chin, things like that. And this will help set all that concealer that I put on, you know, my imperfections. So I'm gonna dab that on. You just want to, you know, lightly tap it on there. You know, don't go. So, just light hand. Put it on there. Okay, so now that I got my powder on, next I guess I'll do my bronzer. And I'm going to use, I got the matte finish on my face, so I'm just going to go ahead and stick with matte finishes. And this is the N.Y.C, the Smooth Skin and Sunny, which I'm sure you all probably know what that looks like. There's that. And this is like my favorite brush to put on bronzer in the Out Sturdy. I used it yesterday. It's an e.l.f. complexion brush, which is kind of flat and tapered at the end, but it's still kind of fluffy and flexible. So I just tap it in there, and I don't need a whole lot, so I need to really, you know, kind of tap that off. So I kind of, you know, stuck in my cheekbones and kind of put it there. Same on the other side. Then I kind of put a little bit on my jawline. And you can put a little bit down your chin too if you want to. I naturally get kind of a little bit tan through that area whenever I'm outside, but it's winter time. And then I kind of take it around the temples. And then I kind of drag a little bit down the side of my face to kind of connect it. And then to blend it out, I just use my little kabuki brush, and then I just kind of, you know, buff it in just a little bit so I don't have any harsh lines. This is about annoying with this thing on my, I'm pinning those. Okay. Now I can get in there and buff that. Alright, so now I'll go on to blush. And the blush I'm going to be using is the Milani, the one in Lumious. And let me find my brush. I'm just using an angled brush. Just kind of pat it in there. And then I always kind of dab mine off on the back of my hand. Okay, and then I just kind of start here and just kind of sweep back up into the hairline. Just like that. Same on the other side. Just kind of smile. Blend it back. I like this blush because it's not like overwhelming. It's pretty subtle. Okay, so I did that, and I kind of just blend the edges Just a little bit with my kabuki brush. Just so I don't have any harsh lines. And then the last part I do is my highlighter. And what I'm going to use for my powder highlighter is CoverGirl Champagne Eyeshadow. It's just a really soft gold highlight, so I really like this. And I'm just using an angled brush, and this one is the e.l.f. Angled Blush Brush. I said it. So I'm going to use that, and I'm just going to, you know, pat it in there. And then I'm just going to take it down top part of my cheekbones. Same on the other side. Take a little bit under my eyes. I'm going to put just a little bit down my nose. On my Cupid's bow. And I put a little bit on my chin. And then just a little bit right in here in my forehead. Just so my face doesn't look so flat. So that is everything that I use for my full coverage face routine. And these are all products from the drugstore, you know, that you can get really affordable. And I mean, they cover and they last all day, which I need because I'm busy. I don't have time to touch my makeup up all the time. So I hope you guys found this helpful, and I will talk to you later. Bye.